Another one that I was asked about was Me versus Me, which is a piece that Jocko goes into where he covers off again that the only real person that you can compete against is yourself. So you find that you essentially, in this world of social media, there's a very filtered and curated version of people's lives where they do not go in, they don't show you the side where they struggled or trained or they had hardship or essentially the realness of life that shows that you essentially, when you start, what happens is you think that you're going to get the same result. They went from A to B in a straight line and there was no problems. And then inevitably what happens is you try to do this and then you have a crash and a fall and then you start to rise up. But at some point you decide, what was the point? Because I'm not getting what these people that I look up to have got, because they got it in a straight line and I didn't, so I must be doing something wrong. And the reality is not the case. Everyone has the trials and tribulations and everybody goes through the highs and lows. And in reality, what you need to stop doing is comparing yourself to other people. And rather, as Jocko points out here, is it's you versus you. Can you improve on the older version of yourself? Can you improve on the weaker version of yourself? Can you build on the wins that you got? Can you increase the strength, ability, mobility, speed, intelligence, wisdom, knowledge? Can you keep it going? Right? It's great that there's people that you can extract information from, but when it comes down to it, it's only you versus you. Just like he goes into before, dial out your weakness, kill your excuses, kill your role models. It's you versus you. Destroyer mode. Probably the one that I go to the most is a destroyer mode. And as a guy, I tend to have always had this sort of inward fury that's there that you can tap into. And fury, as in it is closely related to what it feels like, but you can take any energy and you can aim it at something, and it doesn't necessarily need to be aggressive. You can take fear, emotion, sadness, pain, euphoria, happiness. They can all drive you if you take that emotion and you drive it towards your goal. And what Jocko's saying here is that the destroyer mode has two component parts, which is if you want to accelerate, if you want that berserker mode, if you want that button that gives you that extra turbocharged oomph, then you can have it, but it takes the ability to understand that there's two pieces of it. And those two pieces are that you need to understand logic. So your logical part of your brain needs to step in when your emotions are screaming at you to give in. So like an example would be if you're training hard physically and you feel that you can't go anymore, but you've got an extra kilometre left to run, or you've got that extra rep to put in, or you've got 10 push-ups left before you complete your set, your body is screaming at you, right? Your logic is saying you need to stop. You need to use your emotions to drive you. Whatever drives you, whatever made you want to push. Do you want to be a great example for your kids? Do you want to show them how not to quit? Do you want to use that pain of not finishing before to go that extra distance? Do you want to use the emotions of not being able to complete your workout and feeling that you failed last week? Do you want to use them against the inner voice that says to quit? The other side of it is you can use logic, which is, hey, I know I can do this. Even when your emotions are saying, hey, you need to stop. You can complete it. You can finish it. You are actually capable of running that extra 1 kilometre. You are completely capable of doing that extra hour of work. You may feel despair, you may feel upset, you maybe feel tired, but you can push on. So in the time that you need emotion, you can use that emotion to get you the result. In the time where logic is the only answer and your emotions are running riot, then use it accordingly. And the berserker mode is understanding these two forces. So even though they're opposite ends of the scale, when one is screaming at you, call in the other. So cold hard logic will beat the emotions, and when it logically doesn't make sense, use your emotions to get on top, and that will give you that extra boost to get through it. So even if you want to get a list together of powerful emotions, things that made you disappointed, maybe not, they're great, but also don't forget the positive ones. Think of the people that look up to you. Do you want to make sure that you show them how to finish that set? Who's your friends, parents, your kids, loved ones, whoever it is that's out there that wants to see you succeed? Show them that you've got it. Show them that you'll go all the way. Make sure that you finish. You cross that line knowing that you completed what you set out to do. It's powerful stuff. And if you've not got any of them in the bag yet, go and find them. And until you find them, if you've got the disappointment from not completing the last event that you did, or you didn't get in the race, or you were injured and had to drop out, use those emotions where you want to be the better version of yourself to drive you forward. Do it. It's there. It's there to be had. Make sure you get it and get after it.